Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase Arcade here with a brand new video today. Today I'm gonna do, I guess it's technically a review, but it's not really. It's not entirely. Let's just call it a review. We're doing a review of Days Gone. I don't like. I just don't want to fully call it a review because it's more of like a discussion about the game more so than like an actual review of Days Gone. So, for those who know Days Gone is, I'll get into it in a second. Follow your boy on Twitch. He stream every Monday through Thursday, 3 from Eastern, 4 from Eastern. Link to me in the description below on your screen right now. Set that all very fast. Anywho's, Days Gone. We're a little delirious. We're recovered from COVID, so I'm all over the freaking place. Days Gone was a zombie survival game made for PS4 and PS5. It got released on PC recently. I don't remember the exact release date, but it got released on PC. It's another one of these PlayStation exclusives that have come to PC, which is a good thing, by the way. You know, people have their own opinions about the idea of, you know, console exclusives and then like they be released on PC. Are they really exclusive if they're on PC? It doesn't really matter. I think anytime everyone could get a chance to enjoy something, it's a good thing for video games entirely. So if you have a Xbox and you don't have a PlayStation, you want to play some PlayStation games, then being on PC allows for those Xbox players who also own PCs to go ahead and experience those games, and vice versa. If you're on PS5 and you want to play Xbox games but you can't, those Xbox games that are on PC, PS5 players can enjoy those games. So I think it's a general good thing to have all these games that come out for PC from both platforms, allowing PC players to be able to enjoy both games exclusives. PlayStation, you be a little quicker about that. I feel like PlayStation, they don't do theirs as often enough. It's almost like a year long wait before they put them on there. Speed it up. Get these games out quicker. It's money. It's free money, Sony. You know, this video isn't about this, but we're gonna continue it anyways. It's free money. You know, I just pre-ordered God of War. You know, put Ghost of Tsushima on PC. Guess who's gonna buy it? That's more money for you. Put the Spider-Man games on PC. I'm gonna buy it. That's money for you, Sony. And I'm telling you right now, that's free money. Because I'm not the only person who thinks that way. There's a lot of PC players out there who will buy every single one of these PS5 exclusives if you put them on PC. It's free money for you. Anyways, Days Gone. Days Gone, again, as we said before, is a zombie survival game. You play as this character, Deacon St. John. Cool name, by the way. There's actually some jokes about it in game, and I feel weird about this game because when I first heard of Days Gone, I had no interest in it. I was like, oh, it's just a throwaway PlayStation exclusive. No one's gonna really give a shit. Zombie games are boring. You know, things like that. And I heard some reviews about the game, and a lot of people reviews were like, you know, the game is not that good, the game sucks and things like that. So one review that just like outright destroyed the fucking game. And then I got it as a gift for Christmas from my cousin on PC, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go into this with very low expectations because I keep hearing how bad of a game it is. And notably, the only people who call this game bad are people who are content creators, because content creators have a incentive to give you a negative feedback, because negative feedback equals views. So if maybe make a negative video about this game, you get all the PlayStation fans who are going to watch the video, give you some bad feedback, call you a bitch and things like that, but you don't care because there's views. You get all the Xbox fanboys who come out and they're like, haha, the game sucks, fuck Sony, whatever. You don't care, it's views for you. Negativity is a very strong thing. In this game, I don't think deserves any of the negative criticism that it deserves, that it got. There are some bad things about the game. For example, the game doesn't change at all. You know, it's the same game your first hour as it is your 40th hour or your 50th hour, whatever. You know, you go from one location in the game to a whole new location, just an entire brand new location, and you do the exact same things in that new act of the game that you was doing in the first act of the game. That's not good gameplay. When you go from, we have this one area, you're in this area, you're doing all these quests for these camps and doing all these missions and whatnot. And you go to a whole new area and you're doing the exact same shit, trying to earn a camp's trust, doing the exact same kind of freaking bounty hunting missions and things like that. Nothing, it doesn't change. The game doesn't evolve, and that is a negative thing. It's just a single player game. You have to have a game that evolves, otherwise the game gets boring. Which means Days Gone is a game that can get boring, and that's the issue with zombie games as a whole. Zombie games are boring as fuck. Like, I'm not the only one who says this. Angry Joe, who's a way bigger guy than me, it's become a meme for his channel to make fun of how bad zombie games are. Zombie games are boring, and the best zombie game franchise out there is Resident Evil. And you want to know how that game maintains not being boring? by at least having a interesting like story. Yes, it's convoluted story. Yes, it's sometimes bad story, but it's at least there. So you can enjoy Chris Redfield, Ada Wong, and Jill Valentine, and Leon Kennedy, and Claire Redfield. You know, you can enjoy Ethan Winters and all these other characters. Albert Weskers, Rebecca, you know, Barry, Moira, all these people. You can also avoid these enemies, you know, Dimitrescu, her daughters, you know, I already said Weskers, you know, Birkin, all these characters who have backstory that are very interesting makes up for the fact that you're just killing boring ass zombies. And those are all mostly, I say mostly linear experience of video games. Days Gone and a lot of other zombie games, they don't have, you know, the characters that Resident Evil has. They don't have that to piggyback off of. So you have these games with like World War Z and Back for Blood and Days Gone that's empty as shit when it comes to its characters. That's boring as hell when it comes to its freaking story. And that's the downside with zombie games. Now, I know it sounds like I'm being very, very, very hellacious and mean towards freaking Days Gone, because like right now it does sound like I'm brutalizing this fucking game. I'm victimizing this fucking game. I'm sitting here like Paul fucking Heyman out here telling you all a fucking spoiler, not a prediction, on how bad the game is. It's not. It's actually not. The game's actually like relatively good for the most part. Yes, it does get boring because, you know, you're basically doing the same thing over and over again for 40+ hours. But it does not mean the game itself is bad. The game has very good gunplay. The game has very good. The story's okay. It's not a bad story. It does have some dialogue issues, and you kind of just don't care about half the people in the game. Do care about you know, the main character. Deacon's great. He's voiced by Sam Witter. We should all love Sam Witter because Sam Witter's one of us. He's a big, strong, nerdy boy. You know, he played Galen Merrick in Fortune Unleashed. He's Doomsday in Smallville. You know, he's Palpatine and Darth Maul in a lot of the Star Wars video games. Sam Witter's amazing. Sam Witter's great, and even in this game, he's probably he seems like he's actually doing a voice acting job, while everyone else is just reading lines. That's how good Sam Witter is in this game. Deacon St. John sounds like an actual fucking real person with real emotions and real reactions to things. Everyone else just kind of just sounds like they're being played by someone who's just reading a script. But there are other characters like Ricky Batal who's really good. I do think Deacon's wife is okay. But the story itself is not bad. It's actually a pretty solid story. It's just there's just some dialogue issues, I would say there. The gameplay is fun. Killing the zombies is fun, and there's a variety. Like you have the screamer, you have the brooded zombie, you have like some zombies are a little stronger than the other. You have some regular ones. They're called freaks, not zombies. There's also newts, which are kid zombies. You rarely see things like that in zombie games. Rarely does any games want to put you in position to where you're dealing with children, because it's a very touchy subject to have, you know, child soldiers or child enemies or, you know, child zombies in general. This game goes that step on having, you know, child zombies. They're called newts. And you do gotta deal with them, you know. The game's not bad, and the reason why I keep circling back to it's not a bad game. I do recommend playing it. If you're on PC or PS4 or PS5, you should try out Days Gone. It is not a bad game. I keep seeing these reviews that say that it is a bad game, and I'm trying to figure out why. Why do they think the game's bad? One guy I saw, he kind of just went hell and high water about the game's dialogue. You know, about some of the lines. Like one of the ones he emphasized on was there's a line in the game, or a cutscene in the game, where Sarah bends over and Deacon basically alludes to liking that fact that she has a nice ass, and he's ragging on that part. And it's like, when I watch that scene, it looks like a natural fucking scene, as in, if a guy and his girlfriend are out in the fucking wilderness enjoying the life, enjoying themselves, how many guys are y'all out there, y'all just see your girl's ass and just be like, damn, she got a nice ass? Like, how many y'all, like I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all would do that. I've done it multiple times. You know, just see your girlfriend's ass and just be like, nice ass. I've had girlfriends who just point their ass towards me and just go, look at my butt. And it's like, yes, that is a nice ass. So Deacon in the video game seeing Sarah's ass and going, yeah, I'm enjoying the view here, isn't a big negative about the game's story. You know, I'm not going to like hinge on that as being like, this is why the game's story is bad. Deacon said his wife has a nice ass. Damn. How shitty, who wrote the lines in that dialogue? How dare they? How Sony, I am upset. I am shocked and appalled that you have chosen this. I am a young man. I am all of almost 30 years old. My ears cannot witness these things. I need you to not have a character look at his own wife's ass and admire it. You know, that is huge failure game design. If you can't tell, I'm being fucking sarcastic. It's not a big deal. A lot of the negatives I see in someone's video, I don't remember what the person's name was to even like tell you who video it was. But it wasn't good negatives. You know, I feel like there's things you mentioned in video games that are good negatives that you point out to people, like, hey, the game's guns could be a little bit better. The reticle that the gunplay is fine itself, but the reticles, the way it's shaped, kind of sucks and can be better. That's a good negative. You know, pointing out, oh, hordes aren't really, you know, good. You know, here's why hordes aren't good, and you give people all these reasons why the hordes aren't good. Those are good negatives. Now, my opinion of the hordes are kind of tough in a good way. It's not a negative, it's a positive. It's very good that the hordes are tough because it does make you think, should you even get involved with them to begin with? Now, the review I mentioned before, this person made the claim that the hordes are great, but it's only 3. Bullshit. I've faced more than that. At the point of this video, I haven't beaten the game yet. We're about 30 hours in. 30 hours in, I have faced maybe 6 hordes and beat 3 of them. And I've died to like 2 of them and then ran from the other one. And they're not too hard to deal with, but if you're not careful, you can get surrounded. And kind of like how thralls work in something like Destiny, yeah, a couple of zombies smacking you won't feel like shit, but a horde of them, your health just goes like, it's just, your health is gone. The hordes in the game are relatively good. They do make for like a lot of tension. You know, you're getting ready to go do something like around it's an open world game, a very open world game. So you're just running around the map, you know, doing whatever, side quests, whatever, and also there's a fucking horde right there, and you have to make the decision to yourself, like, do I fight them right now where I might not have enough ammo, or let them go by, or try to like find a way around them, or just get on my freaking bike and just dip off? Like, it makes you think. The hordes in this game work in a very good way. I enjoy World War Z enough because of the hordes, and it's a gorgeous sight to see a horde of fucking zombies coming at somebody. This game capitalizes on the idea of World War Z zombie horde. They climb. They don't just freaking, you know, run at you like a bunch of brainless idiots. They will climb it and try to come get to you no matter where you are on the terrain. The other positive I will give this game is this bike. You spend most of your time on your bike in this game. You play as essentially a biker. The bike mechanics are phenomenal. I love the fact that you have to repair the bike with actual scrap. You don't just have an infinite freaking bike. You have to keep it repaired. You have to do maintenance on it. You have to, like, there's so many customized additions to the bike as well. It's really good. You got to put gas into your bike. Your gas does run out. Even if you fast travel, your gas runs out. I love it. I like how realistic it is. I'm someone who really loves Metro games, and people hate Metro because of the micromanaging you got to do to your own character. I love it. I love having to repair my guns. I love having to clean my guns. I love having to repair and clean my armor. Metro. I love having the fact that Metro, you gotta like swipe your visor to get dirt off your fucking screen. I love that kind of detail. It's realistic, and it just makes it seem like you are the character. You know, to have these realistic things in a video game, you get to feel more and more like you're role playing as the character you're playing as. In this game, you're role playing as Deacon St. John, who's a motherfucking biker. So guess the fuck what? You're riding his bike, you're repairing his bike, you're putting gas in his bike, you know, all these things with this bike, and it's a great mechanic. Overall, we kind of just going. There's no script for this video. We're just talking. We're just talking, and I think this is a very good game. On a scale of 1 to 10, is an easy 8. I think 8 is a very easy grade to give. Days Gone. So it's one of the better zombie games that doesn't carry the Resident Evil title. It's very hard to be a good zombie game in 2021. It is. Well, 2022 now, because it's from 2022. It's a whole new year. It's very hard to be a good zombie game. Resident Evil, it has its name and its characters to carry it. A lot of games don't have the name and characters to carry the game. This is a good game. Single player campaign game. We claim to want more single player games. Well, play them. Play these single player games. Give them a try. On Steam, this game has mostly positive reviews, which is a good thing, because that tells Sony people on PlayStation, on PC, are enjoying these exclusives. So play it. I do recommend it. Days Gone is a pretty good game. I will say this though, this is not just a Days Gone issue, this is an all game issue. It's 2020 fucking 2. Can we stop having video games where your character can't fucking swim? Like, there's an area in this game to get to this Nero point. Neros are a side quest, you know, an optional thing you can do in a game to find these things that increase your focus, your stamina, and your health. There's one where you gotta jump this river bed essentially, or like a lake, I don't remember. And your bike can land in no freaking water, and you can't really get out the water, or your character just dies because it's like it's just dumb. It's 2022. Let people just fucking swim. Let people drag whatever they gotta drag through water. Water mechanics need to not be as terrible as they are in modern video games. But with all of that said, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to like talk about Days Gone. Like that's why I didn't want to call it a review. I just wanted to talk about the freaking game and just ramble, which is what I did. I want to end this video because I'm done, you know, rambling for now. Maybe we'll ramble in a future video about some other video game that I should have did a review of, or didn't do a review of. You know, watch me do a review of at some point. Who knows? Follow your boy on Twitch. Link to me on Twitch below. So it's on your screen right now. Be your boy Tasty Archangel, the undiscovered talent. That's what the UT stands for, by the way. My name, Undiscovered Talent Archangel. Boom. Goodbye. Good night. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Y'all be safe. Be kind to another. Be your boy. Deuces.